Good morning, traders. This is Joseph with Smart Money Traders. Today is Friday, May 2nd, which is Non-Farm Payroll. The numbers came out this morning. It looks like they are positive. Now we're going to be looking at this market together. Disclaimer, let's just say this is for educational purposes only. Recommendation to buy or sell any foreign exchange contracts or future contracts, and this is not investment advice. Make sure you're well capitalized before you start trading, and trading is risky. You may lose all your money, especially if you don't know what you're doing. Even when you know what you're doing, it's the risk is still there. With that said, we're going to dive into the analysis here, and it's 9:53. That's a way later start than I wanted, but we're here. Let's look at ES. Again, this got big green candle here on the 30-minute chart where we're looking to go. People went long here on the news. Now they're selling off. So I think right now this could be a bounce point here. Now when I look at this here, this is a support area. This was resistance. Now it's becoming support. We could see a trend change here to the upside. So let's look at that. And LE looks like he wants to go lower. As a matter of fact, when I look at the unit link, I wanted to go short, and then I step away from the screen for a second. That was before I started the stream, and now it wants to go. It looks like it still want to go lower. So with that said, we might be looking to short this. I'm sure the NQ is the same here. NQ is probably the same. Just make sure I got the. So right now we're going lower, but I think we're going lower to go higher here. I think we might see another retest of those low of those. Feel like it wants to push higher here. This is the NQ. This is what I did. Yes, same thing. So now we're pushing higher. So it looks like that might be it for as far as the retracement. We're pushing higher here. This is the NQ. Now we're unit at the bottom. So look at the YM. YM is not as going high as the other ones. YM here, we're looking for a pullback. Maybe come back to the VWAP and turn around. Maybe we're waiting for a pullback in LE. Maybe we go back toward VWAP and then turn around. In the meantime, here we're looking at this situation here on better the VWAP. So it'll be one of those things that, let me see. I got Bill going long. YM here. If we can more ticks below here, may not work out. Really wasn't looking at that time. I don't take a position, but let's see if this is gonna work out for us or not. YM here. We're playing around the VWAP here. We're just asking for a move higher. If we can get one, we'll take it. So if we break 33 here, 233, I think we're definitely time to stop for sure here. We might just trail by bar here. Let's stop out here. Or even go to, was it 52? I think 52 was original stop. Shows right here. Like a couple more bars up here, we probably move to break even. Or should we do it? There you go. We'll break even here at 12. I'll break even at 12. YM. See if we can get to our first target here at 60 ticks. And we're probably targeting this next pivot here at 56. I'll give this 2 more ticks at 74 and see if we can pay for the commissions. But again, if we come back here and tag us out, that's fine. That'd be break even. We're looking at a short setting up on LE as well. We have a short setting up at LE here. Worst case scenario on YM here will be a break even trade. Best case, it'll hit both targets. Okay, we got a break even trade on YM. I don't know if we want to put our hand again in the cookie jar here on YM. Are we going higher or lower here? It's ranging. So you see, it wasn't strong enough. We were up about 46 ticks. Yeah, that means for me right now, it's if I were to go anything on line, I'm going to stay on the sideline here because obviously there's a fight going on between these two. Now, looking at LE, we got a little bit of move to the upside. Okay, came back and tag us out. We got the VWAP when we're here was the play here at 72. But hindsight. Can't trade in hindsight. Is this the move to the upside or no? Is it they're just setting up to go lower here? I know it's a big. Let's look at LE here, which is that the shorting VWAP here might definitely be something like ES is hitting resistance here. That's why I don't like this long here anymore. Because if we had enough strength here, we would definitely push higher. So I think we may go above VWAP, but still. Oh, good morning, Noah. Thank you for being on YouTube. For some reason it's not showing. It's not showing how many people are watching. Yeah, if you're watching, took one long on YM here, and we got stopped at break even right now. Okay. So we're trying to look for a short here on LE, the top left. Looks like that's what we might be getting here. Ideally, we wanted to hit the VWAP at 70 and then go from there. Look at the numbers. I got a notification on my saying that it was higher than expected. Let's look at it together here. Yeah. Unemployment stayed the same. Non-farm payroll changes. It's about 39,000. Hourly wage, though, is down. So it's a little mixed. But all in all, I think it's better than expected. So you should expect that. Well, our first target would have gotten hit here, but that's fine. Yeah. Good thing we were tempted to short here for a second here, but that it's like I could feel it. That be like a revenge trade. So we don't want to stay away from those. So please let me know if you guys took any trades and how things are going for you out there. Once again here, I'm not looking to short LE at the moment. I would like to see another pullback to maybe toward the V1 and then turn around. Then I feel more comfortable selling it, but we may not get that pullback. That's the thing. Right now we're pushing lower. We are pushing lower at the moment. Now for YM, we may go long again if we get a pullback. We need a pullback to go long. Definitely favoring the short on live cattle here. I'd like it to come back to about 70, or at least give me. The thing with trading a lot of times is the ability to wait for what you think is the best setup, because sometimes we just don't want to wait. I can talk from experience, right now we're looking at LE here. I want it to go back up and then down. Then I know all the shenanigans are behind me. Oh, good morning, Black Prince. Looking at ES here, we definitely going higher. I mean, again, at night, let's see, when did I get in? Yeah. This is the thing. Sometimes it depends on what instrument that you trade, because at 9:54, this candle here, when this candle closed at 9:54, hit the VWAP on the top right here, thinking, okay, this is going higher because this was a retracement from after non-farm payroll. Non-farm payroll went higher. Now, if I go long here, that would be a nice little winner. But I traded YM instead. I went long over here at 10 o'clock. I was up 40 ticks. See, I moved my stop to break even. I was looking for 60 ticks. I came back and tagged me at break even. So the instrument that you trade is very, very important. Sometimes you're going to trade things that move together, but one of them you trade, you get a break-even trade. One of them you trade, you would have made a good amount of money here. If I trade two contracts here, usually I go for 10 ticks on my first target and second tick on, not second tick, but I trail my second contract. So then that would have been a nice little trade. But now, we'll break even. So just a matter of now. Yeah, you can say in hindsight, I could have got back long at 39, but that's why I felt like I need to give it more room here, more time to digest what just happened. Now, if we get a pullback on YM again, we may go long here. But in the meantime, let's take a look. Keep an eye on LE live cattle. Go back up, test this, and turn them back around. Then we'll feel more comfortable shorting it. There you go. Unfortunately, here, this in the chat. Let me know how things are going for you. If you took any trade. I think now we are approaching that resistance again. This fair value gap on YM. So I'll definitely be careful here. Also, obviously, there's a pivot waiting for us here at 83, which is I think it's the high of the day. We should definitely see a pullback here. If we see a pullback on YM, then try to play it accordingly. We're on MES. This is what's happening here on LE. We're getting a little push higher here. Okay. Yeah, definitely chasing is not it's not a good. Yes, yeah. Getting close to 5,700. That's definitely a place that they can turn it around. If you just join on YM here, we went long above that little heat. My stop was down here. We went higher, up 40, about 40 ticks. We move our stop to break even. Actually, our ATM is set up to move our stop at breaking at 60 ticks, which is the first target. So if we just stayed with that, we didn't move it manually, this would have been a double win. That would be a winner right here. It'd be a win because we got a first target at 60, second target at 120. Again, it's all in hindsight. We're definitely expecting a pullback here at some point. Is this just a pullback or is it a reversal? There's a shallow trend line right here that we got to keep an eye on YM. The shallow trend line right here. So if he breaks that, that might be, not keep going lower here, but because everything's kind of bullish, we're going to look at it. I'm trying to see if we can trade it to the upside. Yeah, that's what I did. I moved to break even. I think I was up about 45 ticks. Let's see what's the high on this candle. 60, 48 ticks. Almost to the target, really. Well, talking here, we kind of missed that entry on LE. Entry at 42.5. Yeah, definitely. I think I don't have the trail box, the box here that the target zone indicate on here, but I want to do that. I want to put that on there because some profit is better than no profit. We know that. But LE here is still not really clear to me what they want to do. Definitely could have an entry at 42.5, but the entry at 42.5 would be up 2 ticks. It's not like be up 1 tick at the moment. Nothing to write home. I think it's a Friday, so we should expect things like that. Market's gonna take some time to develop. Look at the order flow on ES. Overall, we got a cumulative delta that's negative on ES. So that's what I'm saying. Right now, we may experience some. Because what they did on ES, they went to 98, and they couldn't pass. They couldn't get to the round number. Pretty significant number there. So, we can just try to scalp. When I'm looking at this on the Raptor, right, the ES, it's still bunched up right here. Okay, now it's pushing a little higher. So it's definitely pushing higher. If you look at LE is going back higher. Good to see is a touch of this VWAP or go right around the VWAP and turn around, then I can say, okay, that's probably a safer way to trade this. Looking at LE here, we're getting a green background, meaning we're getting an alignment to the upside. A lot of times it's a way to get people think, okay, now we're thinking we're going higher. Pull the rug on the YM at the bottom. Things are going higher. We're hitting that's high again almost. I think the high of today is 98.75. It's actually 99. It's not gonna probably time to go higher here. Once again, look at LE. Okay, you long LE at 209.55. I mean, at this point for me, LE is kind of in flux at the moment, because it's like, okay, do I want to go higher or do I want to go lower? I usually talk about a double pullback that they do when they're trying to move the market. We had this nice little leg down. Yeah, actually, that's what I want. So if they do a pullback, they do a first pullback here. This is the pullback I'm talking about. We went down, we do a first pullback, and then they're like, okay, we're going to test it again here. So right at the VWAP, that's at 70. At the time, the VWAP was at 70, now it's at 65. So we could see a push down here, and also when I look at this is support here. This was support, this become resistance. So LE here, to me, it's looking like support. It's looking like we're at resistance. It's really not too clear, but if I were to take a position here, it'd probably be short. What I could do is really do like a half of my, like a 10 tick, stop instead of 20, and go from, are we going short at 47.5? Yeah, I think this is where I feel like going short might be the best place to do. Indices are going higher. ES has broken 5,700 handle. So, but we're setting up to go short here on where we said. As a matter of fact, I remember I put my first target was at 72. We'd be at 272. Then I'm like, okay, 56. That's what we're looking for to get the second target. which would have gotten hit not too long ago. So it's 1029. There you go. This is why you have sell stop, you know. This market clearly now wants to go higher. It jumped higher here on us, so we're gonna cancel this order. So we sidestep this loss. Because if we jump here when it was at 57, 52, right now it'd probably be, really praying that it comes back. Now it looks like LE wants to go higher. I think this push up here could be an indication of that. We went through the VWAP really with some force. Yeah, see, there's a lot of aggressive buying here in this candle. I don't know why you might be on the right side of the market right now. Up 6 ticks. That's not bad, You're up all the way to 15 ticks, I believe. That's 15, but about 12 maybe, at least 12. Now we're seeing some selling on ES here. Now let's look at ES for the whole week. Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, and Monday. So for the week, really, we up for the week. And what they can do sometimes, if you're up for the week on a Friday, you're probably going to see at some point a reversal to the downside for people to take the profit. The likelihood of them keep pushing this higher here, it's very low, I think. I don't think it's ready to be shorted now, but that's something I would keep in mind. If this 30-minute bar can be negative, that'll tell us a lot. So we got about 28 more minutes to find out. So we got time. ES is pulling back a little bit. Now when I look at the market internals here, everything is kind of green. So that's another thing to pay attention to here. Now that push up on LE could have been just inducing some people along and so turn it around. We won't know until things develop, but these are the questions you got to ask yourself and let the market answer those questions. Well, LE is moving way high. Now that blue line on LE at 210 or 2.5 is definitely resistance. So at least, if you're long here, it'd be at least at break even. And 210 is a round number, so remember, they got to 210.15, I believe. Yeah, 210.15. Yeah, definitely. A nice long. Congratulations on that long. Yeah, ES. For me, ES is very extended. So I'm looking at this here. Because from the time we opened yesterday, ES been going higher. And then Non-Farm Payroll add some more fuel to the fire here. But again, trying to short it here might be premature. I think I would want to wait to see a 30-minute close down here, at 11. And also you got 11:30 coming up after, so that European close could definitely be somewhere that we short. But right now, scalping to the downside may not be. Okay, even 210.05. Yeah, I got 210.05. That's good. That's about, 20 ticks? Yeah, it's about 20 ticks that you captured there. How many contracts did you trade? Nice. I think we might get into scalping the ES here. ES looks like he wants to go lower. Here, we might scalp the ES. I'd like to see a no low hit, then a low pullback. And after that, if we get a break of this, let's say we break 93, I would want to see a little pullback. Yeah, break 93 like you just did here. Give me a pullback, then we can engage short, on a scalping basis. Give me a pullback to the clouds here at 95. And then, 495 here. That would be above this range. Got to ES here on this chart. Okay. That's why we don't just prematurely short things. Obviously, the short is no longer in play at the moment, but this is a resistance. 99.75 is resistance. So, jumping on 3 contracts on LE for 20 ticks. That's we right at the overnight high. To keep in mind, I think right now we might try to short it right here. Let's see. I think if I short it here, it'll be less than the 5 ticks that I usually get. Because we got a 3 tick. 3 point. Yeah, I think I probably, the short was going to be okay, but pull the trigger. All right, so ES is coming to the VWAP, so that's another bounce point they could use here. It's coming to the VWAP on the unit. But the view up is still kind of 74 here. We still got some room to move. I forget, it's forming a base right now. I'm looking at it. Yes, it's kind of forming a base. I think 96. It may go to 97, 97. I think we might revisit 5,700 again and then go down from there. Maybe not. G. There you go. Remember the trend line I had drawn in at YM a while ago. It looks like they're trying to bounce off that right now. It's still bullish, but we may see some bearish movement here. If we break this trend line completely here, yeah, I think that might be a case to go. So think about going long. Alright, here's ES, kind of fighting here. There you go. I was going to say 91 and a quarter could be a short here, but let's see, 250, 350. I think we're going to go try a short right here. Maybe may not work out here. I think we pulled the trigger a little prematurely here. Yeah. I think we definitely taking some heat on this here. I forgot. I think we almost out here. Got a liquidity zone here. We may be able to give it one tick here. A couple more ticks. Alright. We out. This is the thing that happened in trading sometimes. You could be right in direction here, but timing was a little poor. I think we're going lower here. Geiger counter though is showing that we may be going a little higher here. We're 95 and a quarter. Let me try to buy it again here. Let's see. Oh, I think we're gonna go without us first trading if that's the case here. Yeah, at least if we can get to the first target here. Okay, I'm done. At least I'm done with ES. Let's go back to LE's at a pivot, so we're not gonna touch LE. Yes, it's ranging here. We got caught in. LE's at the high of the day, so you may say, hey, that could be a place to temp a short here. 30 minutes on LE. Yeah, if you look at ES right now, ES is kind of still wants to go lower. Again, I think the high issue is we got short here, which wasn't ready to go short yet. It's gonna go our way, and then we'll change our. Yeah, not the best right now. Definitely seeing some push higher here on ES. Let's go back to LE. Alright, let's try a shorty on LE at 97 and a half, I believe. 97 stop will be essentially, I'll give it 9. We're up 6 ticks at the moment. There you go, 7 ticks. Because we had a couple losses on ES, we're gonna have to move us up to break even much quicker here, but we're gonna move this down. It's about seven ticks in of risk. Obviously, win, lose, or draw on this trade here, we'll be done trading for this would definitely make up if we can get to our target. I'm not sure if we're gonna get there, but we're gonna be trailing a stop for 40. Definitely got caught in the chop in ES. We got caught in the chop. And that's what happened when you're trading chop. Sometimes you don't even know. Feel like, okay, this is gonna be moving one way or another here, but that did not happen here with ES. And look at YM too, kind of ranging here. Major. And if we get a negative bar on the Renko and the median Renko here, let's say we go back below 70, 2097 here, we probably move to break even. Gonna step away from my desk for one quick second here. I'm back, down a couple of ticks. Almost got me. Got within 3 ticks of my stop. I went down the stairs and ran up the stairs, so I'm breathing a little heavy. Yeah, as you can see here on the unit rank on the left, at least kind of ranging. So we took the trade bet on the premise we had a resistance, and today being Friday, we may see a sell off to the downside here because LE in general has been kind of an up move in general for the last 2 or 3 weeks. Looks like it's been kind of trying to play around here and go lower. So if that happens, we'll be there for that. So down on 1 tick at the moment. Okay, let me know in the chat how you guys doing out there. Hopefully better than me. I think what happened is in ES, I kind of honestly just doing thinking right now. A lot I kind of get carried away with this idea that we're going lower here below the clouds here, and then give it some room to move. Came back and tagged me out. Again, I went trying to go high back along here above the cloud. So it's part of trading. I think in hindsight you can say, hey, yeah, this was a chop zone, but when you're here, I was right here. This goes, give me those 2 pullbacks here, and maybe we're gonna go lower here. Being conservative, definitely the short was probably right here instead because we got a reversal bar, but I jumped in a little too early. So things to learn from and journal and get better. Let's go back to early here. Down a couple ticks, down 3. Got 4 more ticks to go here. Let's see if we have a chance to survive this. Probably 20 would be a better place to put us up, because 20 would be above above the, I think the high of the day is at 20. Now if you make a new high for the day, it's 17.5. So 20 would be the better stop here. That would be my, once again, I said here, if we lose here, we're done for trading. We're done for the week. We had a pretty good week. Wanted to finish on a high note, but it doesn't look like that's what's going to happen here. But, we're still in this trade. So there's still a chance that we do that. Because if you've been following, I post all my results on a daily basis on the Discord. I don't think we had a losing day this week. So, no, we have. So they did go to where my stop was at first, to 15. So moving it the 2 ticks higher kept me in this trade for now. Well, I guess lesson for the day is to stick with LE when and this is a little crazy, which they are lately. There you go. Got to 15 again. Actually got to 17.5. There you go. About to, yeah. 2 orders got filled to the short side here. 2 orders got filled on the short on the long side. It took me out, only 1 left. It's a 10 market. So are you talking shorting LE? Yeah, LE definitely. This stop look weak here, but again, because there you go. So we know that if we break this high here, we don't want to be in this trade anymore. So we already went 3 ticks past our stop. Take the losses today and move on. Get refreshed for the weekend and get a recharge. And on Monday will be we'll have a better session. Now the better session is not because today wasn't a bad session because we lost trade. Like this particular one here, that was a decent setup to go short. I was up 6-7 ticks. Just wasn't enough for me to move my stop to break even. That's just me. But also ES, we got caught up in that mess. Also, sometimes in trading, what I realize, that's for me, I'm talking from my personal experience. Sometimes when you miss on a winner, now you're trying to get a winner, then you're a little more antsy to take a trade. But things are not lining up here. We got long at YM, up 48 ticks. My stop to break even. First target was at 60, never got filled. And my second target was up here at I think 56. So that alone would have been really make my day right there. But that did not happen. Can't cry over spilled milk. Then we went to ES. Shorted prematurely here, right here. So we got caught up in this mess right now. It's still kind of ranging here. Yeah, as you can see here, I have a ranging. One trade, I'm going. It's fried catfish. I wish I could eat some fried catfish with you too. I love fish. I love seafood. Appreciate this. I appreciate you too for your support on YouTube. Thank you. Take care. Bye bye. Good weekend. So right now the thing is, it's ranging. Not gonna do nothing. We're done trading. We'll hit a quarter as far as losses for the day anyway. 3 losses in a row. We'll pack our toys and go home. So I'm gonna end YouTube. Gonna stay in the WebEx for a minute. Thank you, YouTube, for being here. Thank you so much for your support. God bless. Take care. Have a good weekend. Bye bye.